This week's challenge is Blood and Ice. Let's get to it. Skip ahead, Frost Boss, kill the first walker. Morgan, of course, is our star hero. Yum Yum's bringing the Savior's Pistol. Carol is bringing the Harrier. Let's just get to it. Let's just see what this week's challenge has in store for us. Okay, so we have to kill the tough walker. We always want to keep in mind the the actual point of the mission. Oh, who's slowing down there? Okay. Yeah, go on, wallop him. Does the mission end when we kill that tough walker? Probably does. No, it opens up the exit and then we have to run to that. So that's kind of an important thing, I guess. I still think priority one should always be to complete the objective, and then you can kind of take your time doing what you've got to do. If you're struggling with big tough walkers like that on these kinds of missions, set them alight, leave them to just burn. Yes, there's ice and blood around, but they ain't going to put out a fire for them. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. I mean, there's not too much to say. Kill that walker. I recommend keeping a distance. I think that's one of those ones where having a ranged team is probably a good thing. Try not to alert any walkers other than your target. Try and deal with them one at a time. But obviously keep your eyes on the prize. Go for that big guy. Get the loot and get out. Okay, I know this one. Let's bring a little bit of Glen power. Yeah, Mercer's Axe. I like that. And then let's just complete. Let's complete the look, shall we? Michonne, the lovely Michonne, is coming along. I love giving her this weapon. I think it's fantastic in her hands. Yeah, let's give it a go. So this one, we've definitely got some searchy stuff. That is why I'm bringing Glenn. He is the scavenger extraordinaire. I always thought that was a very nice, sort of character appropriate kind of trait for him to have. It kind of really suits what we see him do in the show. So I'm kind of a fan of that. Maybe I should have given him that other weapon that guarantees that you get an extra turn after a kill, because it really helps with his mobility. So again, we're all about keeping our eyes on the prize. The whole point here, of course, is to search those snow piles. Looks like a fairly wide map. Not too many corners around which walkers can hide. Definitely recommend bringing Glenn along. Otherwise, just figure out ways to take down all the walkers, but I recommend doing it silently. Pick weapons that can reduce threat or won't contribute to it, because otherwise, on those very high levels, much higher difficulties, you're going to get swamped. You just are. Okay. Again, not a challenging mission, I don't think. I think these first two that we've skipped through, not really too much of a drama, but if you do have any dramas, then just say so. Just ask the community for some help. Alright, kill all walkers. Going back to this. And this. I mean, what are we going to have? Are we going to have walkers appearing every turn? Is everything that we've got to kill already there on the map at the start? That's always a big consideration. What do we got? We've got a tank. We've got lots of normal walkers. These are slightly older maps, so... Oh, sorry, do excuse me. Ugh. Spam calls. Okay, anyway, we are back in the game. We're back to the recording. Hopefully that phone call didn't burst anyone's eardrums. Like I said, that was just a spam call, so thanks for interrupting my video for that. Kill all walkers. It's the easiest mission type that you can get. You don't have to worry about making noise. All you got to do is kill everything that's on the map, and then it's completed. You can stay at a distance. Again, stay at a distance, take out the nearest walker, move forward, take out the next one. That's the way to do it. Yes, you can bring a melee team, but there's always the risk that you're going to get swamped. Morgan, he's not a great hero, in my opinion. His leadership ability potentially grants you with a charge point when you get attacked, which might sound great because he's a bruiser. Surely he's there to be a hit house, a punching bag. But when you get to very high difficulty settings, with walkers that massively outlevel you, even a bruiser can get to the struggle state straight away. Either that, or they just get hurt really, really badly. I think just for the fun of it, we are going to bring another all melee team. Let's see. Yes, yes, and yes. So yeah, Morgan just, I don't know, maybe other people have different opinions. If you do, I'd love to hear it. If there is perhaps a specific way to really get the most out of this character, I would love to know what it is. Because I just don't really rate him. Still, you're getting a slight bonus if you do get hit. The only thing is, it's kind of planning for failure. You're kind of making the most out of something that you don't want to happen. Now, that might sound like it's similar to Sasha's good out of bad trait, which is maybe the best leadership trait in the game. I'd probably put my money to that. But this is a little bit different. You're just outright getting hurt. So yeah, he's not a character that I would rate. But hey, he's our star hero. You may as well use him as long as you can before you have to switch to a better team, because you get some extra stars if he's in the leader slot. Okay, what's next? Get through the gate. Gonna swap this back out again. Yumiko, of course, very, very handy leader. If somebody is even interacting with a gate or anything and she's nearby, they will turn around and they will shoot. So, pretty handy. Obviously, all of the normal drawbacks of a ranged character come into play. She's noisy, all of that kind of stuff. But, gosh, is there a better hero than Yumiko? Who knows? Well, yes, there is. I think Sasha's probably better, and maybe Mercer. But they need Yumiko to really, really be at their most effective. That trio just absolutely kills. Sasha, Mercer, Yumiko. People are always coming in the comments, always saying, like, what is the best trio? What is the best team? There's a lot of good characters out there that you can use very effectively. But that particular trio, Sasha leading Yumiko and Mercer, I don't think anything really compares to that. Obviously, you want other heroes as well for redundancy. You can certainly have fun with other heroes. Characters like Shane, they're an absolute blast to use. But if you want competitiveness, those are the guys. Morgan, unfortunately, doesn't even get a look in. But hey, it's still fun to use heroes that you normally wouldn't use. So I would normally never even consider using Morgan. But it's fun to just sort of get him off the benches and into the fight, by having him as the star leader. And sometimes you discover skills and abilities and uses for characters that you otherwise never would have thought to use or try out. Okay, so I mean, these missions, I don't think we've had anything that's too scary here. I like that it's nice and Christmas themed because it's all snowy. There's no there's no missions where I'm thinking like, well, you know, you have to have these particular characters leveled up to the max, otherwise you're going to fail. I don't think there's anything that's been like that so far. Yeah, come on, use the sawtooth blade, dude. Lost in the snow, finding some stuff, hence we're bringing Glenn. It's going to be chilly in his pizza boy outfit. Morgan and Michonne, nicely wrapped up. Glenn, don't know. I think you're going to be sort of like toughing it out a bit. Okay. Oh, nice hit there, Mr. Morgan. Okay, so this has got walkers flooding in behind us. This is probably the toughest one. This is probably the toughest mission that you are getting on this stage. I know that it can be tricky. One thing that you can do is that you can spawn block those guys behind us. You see it? They're coming up here. If you put your 3 heroes there, you block them, and it gets to a point where no more new walkers come into the level, which is pretty nice. So once you've got to that point, all you've got to do is you just wait them out for a certain amount of time. Let's do this. Yeah, Morgan's leadership trait kicked in there. That's very nice. You want weapons that are going to affect a lot of enemies because they just come pouring in on this mission. They really, really do. I'm a big fan of using Glenn because you get to sort of defend yourself and still search, you know, these things, these snow piles. But yeah, I highly recommend the idea of putting people in those top 3 squares. Stop these guys from getting to you, because otherwise they can give you a world of hurt. If you're struggling with it, that's something that I recommend, as well as keeping quiet so that you don't build up that threat counter. Okay, and I think we're back to the start. Was that 6 for 6? I think it was. I don't know if you can hear Lishu snoring. That's my cat. She just sat on the windowsill over there. Okay, and then we're back to Frost Boss. Okay, so those are the missions that we've got for this week. Yeah, if you've got any questions, if you're struggling with anything, then please do get in touch. Somebody will be able to help you out. But in the meantime, yeah, good luck with the weekly challenge. Thanks for watching.